Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found this.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Slip on your headphones. It's time for the playlist. That's right, the weekly show where myself and my man, your man, our man, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, break down everything that's going on in our lives that really does revolve around music, man. It's what we do. Like I said, my man is joining us. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, one of the hottest young hip-hop artists on the planet today. What's going on, my friend?
Yo, what's up, Dave?
I see you got something on your shoulder there, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Special occasion, man. Gotta bring it out.
I don't blame you.
Gotta bring it out, man. I've been waiting to do something like this, man.
Yeah, this is an exciting one. This is one that is near and dear to both you and I, and a lot of people. For those of you guys who may have forgotten, Dead on Day Productions was built on the back of wrestling. I'm a longtime wrestling fan. Everybody knows this. Love wrestling to death. Still watch it, still cover it, just not as much as I used to do. However, with this new show that Real Talk and I are doing, it gave us a perfect opportunity to touch on one of the most important things about wrestling that people often forget about. Entrance music, theme songs, man. How a wrestler comes out, especially the first time, sometimes is more important than anything else. If their song and their music is lame, people will not take them seriously. You think that's fair?
It's more than fair. Honestly, Dave, in my opinion, I'm a big wrestling guy. Yep. The first thing I listen for, that's the first thing you hear before you even see the guy. You hear the music, and if the music catches your attention, you're instantly watching that guy. So I think the music might be the most important part.
Absolutely. Whether it be an "If You Smell" or a broken glass or maybe a power chord, there's something about the theme song that gets that pop, that initial pop. Sometimes the only pop a wrestler might get throughout the course of a match, depending on where they are in the card. People get excited for it. Now, WWE especially, and we've seen it in other places as well, have gone ahead and taken it even farther. Full productions. There are so many wrestlers that right now that on the big events, the music, the pageantry is so huge. It really is becoming one of the most important things that we have to connect with. So
I totally agree.
This was an important episode to do, and we're going to do it right. We're going to talk about all of our favorite songs, our favorite theme songs, going all the way back to the day, what we think is the best. We're going to have all kinds of different conversations. And, of course, we're going to open the conversation up to you like we always do. Go into Discord, take your calls, questions, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, likes, loves, and so much more. But first, Real Talk, I got to ask you, what's in your playlist this week, man?
Yes. I love when you ask me that, Dave.
Isn't that the best question?
So, so check this out. I've been listening to three really good songs this week. My first one I've been listening to is by Three Doors Down. It's called what's that song called? Love Me When I'm Gone.
Ah, okay.
First of all, I'm a big Three Doors guy. I just like their voice. I like his voice. I like how the beat always changes up. There's always some kind of soloist in there, guitar going on, and I like when they switch it up. I'm a big fan, Three Doors Down guy, and that song, dude, Love Me When I'm Gone. And sometimes you just feel like that, you know. You wonder. I've been thinking about that lately. Like when I'm gone, you know, what will I leave behind? Will they love me and shit like that? So that's a good song to listen to, man. It's a good song. It's deep.
Absolutely, that's a good song.
Yeah, and then my second song I've been listening to is this is gonna, you know, it's kind of funny, guys. Ha ha ha. But everybody knows when I was a kid, I used to do show choir and shit like that.
Yep, that's
if you don't know, now you know.
Black Glee. It was good times. It was good times, man.
Just singing and a smiling. You know what I mean? But I'm a big fan of the movie Rent, which is also a musical.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and there's a song in there called Santa Fe.
Okay.
One of my favorite songs, like musical songs, period. And if you ever seen the movie, it's the black guy who plays in Law and Order. I forgot his name, but you know him when you see him.
Yeah.
It's a great scene. They're on the train, and he has a great voice. I really like his voice. And the song's basically talking about, you know, they live in New York. I lived in Chicago, so I know it was cold and rainy and they weren't in really good living conditions. I've been there. And you just always hold on to a hope or dream that you move out west. You know, when you go out west, you dig for gold. That's where the stars are. You know what I mean? You know, California or Santa Fe, or just live good in the heat. And I always wanted to do that, and I actually did it.
You did it.
Right, it's crazy. But it's funny because I remember a couple years ago, being in Chicago and out east, and it was always cold. And I was like, man, one day I'm gonna make it out west, man, one day. So, and I used to always listen to that song, and I still listen to it because I did it. You know what I mean? So
That's
that's
kind
a
of
really
cool.
good song to listen to.
Tell me you listened to Hamilton, right? I mean, you did end up listening to Hamilton. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Tommy hates Hamilton. Tommy hates Hamilton. Can you?
Really?
Yeah, I was like, because Tommy hates musicals. So I had him over here a while back, and I was like, dude, I got something for you, man. You're gonna fucking love this. Music. And I was like, you're gonna fucking love this, man. I'm telling you. So I put it on, and the opening theme song. You know how the whole thing, an orphan, the whole fucking yeah, which is it's tight as shit. And he was like, this is fucking gay. I'm like, oh.
I got a couple friends like that too. They're like, I don't know why you fucking, because sometimes I'll just, when all my friends come over, and I'll make sure they're the most gangster ones, and I'll put on fucking Footloose, bro. I just, and they all look around like, what the fuck is he doing? So that's great. I love that.
Everybody likes Kenny Loggins.
My last song.
What's the last song? Yeah.
My last song, guys, and if you happen to be dancing with Mary Jane, this is the best song to listen to. It's a song by Kid Cudi. He's a rapper. He's pretty good. It's called Do It Alone. It's a really good song too, and it's basically about a guy who realizes that sometimes to make it big, you got to do it yourself. When nobody else is. A lot of people have other things they got to worry about in life, and they're busy doing this and that. And sometimes we tend to depend on people too much. And basically, he's telling you, not to depend on anybody but yourself to get the job done.
Right.
And I totally feel that, man.
Sometimes that's all you can depend on. Sometimes yourself is all you can depend on at times. It's nice to have a team. It's nice to have all of that. But sometimes it just comes down to you and your drive and your passion. I'm with that.
Yeah, me too. So it's a really good song.
Now, people in the chat are saying, bringing up Tommy. Tommy hates Rush, so it's hard to take his musical opinion seriously. You see, you got to remember something about me, guys. I don't just bring shit up just for a reason. No. There was a method to my madness, because you see, before I give you what's in my playlist, I'm going to tell you what's going to be in your playlist at the end of the show. Because we always highlight a song, and we've highlighted the one and only Real Talk, who will be alternating each and every other week. Real Talk will get one of his songs highlighted, and then you guys get the other week. Well, I went outside the box and went into the relics. And I picked up a song from my good buddy Tommy C from his band. This is not bullshit. This is 100% true. Warp Drive, and we're gonna end the show with a Tommy C song. So there you go.
Guys, it's surprisingly good though, guys. It's great. I remember I first heard it. It's pretty good.
Tommy raps, motherfuckers. Tommy raps. Wait till you hear it. It's great. It's gonna be fantastic. All right. So I've been listening to music all week, and I would like to go into. I've been listening to a lot of like ballads this week, like a lot of them, but majority wise, it's been wrestling themes. And there's a lot of songs that we're going to talk about, but. Yeah, I know it's been crazy. But my three that I want to start with are, in fact, wrestling themes. And they're not just wrestling themes, but they are current wrestling themes, new stuff. Because to me, I want to highlight these without putting them in the same context as the rest of the songs, which are going to be talked about in the greatest of all time. Now, while I do think that the three songs that I am going to talk about are going to be talked about as three of the greatest of all times, but they've only been around for a couple of years at most for one of them. And that's the first guy, the oldest of the three, AJ Styles. They don't want none. They don't want none. They look scared because they don't want none. Yes. God, I love that song.
Good song.
When that song hit at Royal Rumble 2 years ago, nobody knew what the hell it was. I mean, most people knew AJ was coming, but that song, people were a little bit surprised. And when it was just said phenomenal, and he just walked out all kinds of, oh my God, that was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. That was a song.
That's a really good song too. That's a dope song. I remember when he came out, I was like, that's so cool. He went with that song,
Yeah. It sounded like fake DMX, but it still works.
Yeah, it's like it's got that country rapper kind of thing going on. I like that.
I'm a mad truck. I don't get run over. I'm like, I love it. Give me some of that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
But I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about AJ's old theme as well. This is not in my playlist, but I mean, if you never heard "You Are, I Am," from TNA,
oh my God,
ooh, you know what I'm talking about? That's a good song, man. That thing's
That's an underrated song, isn't it?
very. It is.
I think it's underrated. That is a good song.
It's awesome. Awesome song. So go listen to that too, guys, if you haven't listened to it. Number 2 for me, it's instrumental, but it is, man, it's just so captivating. You guys know who I'm talking about because my answer to everything in this world ends up being Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes. Yes.
Rising Sun is so goddamn good. It's so damn good. And when that brother comes out and plays the violin with it,
that is so
dude. And the time he did it in the
jamming
white,
with him when he comes out. I'm like, yeah.
I want to get one of those white suits that he wears too. That shit is clean. That shit is clean.
Dude, that is such a dope instrumental, bro. It really is.
And the way he works it, apparently at first he didn't like the song. The story,
really?
Yeah. At first he kind of had to let it. He didn't, when he first heard it in the back, he didn't like it. And then I guess Paul was just Triple H. He was like, just go out with it and see what we're doing with the lights and everything. And apparently he did, and he just dug it. He just dug it and started going with it.
Smart man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Good shit. Yeah, that's great.
The third, I'm going to split into 2. I'm going to give first. I want to give a little love to something that nobody ever talks about: a New Japan Pro Wrestling theme song. Okada's current theme. It's his 3rd theme that he's had. Go listen to this. Don't know the name of it, but it's balls as fuck, dude. It is just straight baller. It is so good. It's so good.
I gotta check that out, Dave.
It's real good. I just want to give a quick mention of that because it is very, very good. You want to take a guess at what my number 1 song this week that I'm listening to, wrestling theme wise, that is a new current one? This should not be hard.
Oh, it could only be one, right?
That's right.
I'm pretty sure it was Pretty Glorious, right?
That's right. It is glorious. That's right. And here's the thing. Glorious might, and it might not even take that long. Glorious might be the greatest wrestling theme song of all time. Depending on what he does.
So?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, when he gets his first opportunity to appear with that theme song at Royal Rumble, at WrestleMania, and the things that they're going to be able to do production-wise with that song,
that's true.
It's just going to be sick. I love Glorious so much. It's a motivational for me. It gets me up hills. I got big-ass hills in my town. Real Talk knows. He's seen them. Big-ass hills in my town.
Huge.
When I'm caning my fat ass up that hill, just struggling for air, Glorious comes on. The damn piano. Oh, God, it gets me going. It's only a couple verses, but it's so good. I'm a big fan of anthem rock anyway. Like, you get me the right anthem rock, and then you orchestrate other stuff with it. It's just enough. I love it. Glorious is fantastic.
That's such a good mode. Like that, every time I hear that, it motivates me. So I know what you mean. That's so motivating.
I won't give in. I love it.
Glorious.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Gun Cannon. Okada's current theme is called Rainmaker. That's right. I should have.
Rainmaker.
Yeah,
good stuff. Good stuff.
Really, really good. Johnny on the spot, Gun Cannon is. Johnny on the spot. Very good job. All right. So there you go. That's what we're listening to. We want to hear what you guys are listening to. In my Discord, we have a place where you could put all the songs that are in your current playlist, whether they be wrestling or otherwise, songs that you want us to hear. Place them in there because we would love to interact with you. So
yeah, if you guys tag me, I will check them out on Twitter or on the Discord. I like to check out new music. So
absolutely. Now, like we said, there is something about wrestling music that, hell, it's not always ECW stuff where they just are not paying for it and just using it anyway, and everybody's coming out. There's throughout the history of especially WWE stuff, there's an artistry to it, whether it be Jimmy Hart, who wrote a lot of WWE themes, WWF themes back in the day. Jimmy Hart was all over everything. Jimmy Hart ran with all the guys from Memphis. I mean, he was cousins with everybody. Everybody was family and shit. So a lot of people were making songs and making music that WWF was using. So he was huge in that. Jim Johnston ended up taking it over huge in the 90s. Now we've got CFO. And everybody is just absolutely killing it. WWE does not spare any expense with music, and we see it all the time. Now, this is not going to be just WWE stuff, but it's going to be a majority of WWE stuff because they've been around the longest of all the current stuff, and they do the most music. So they
probably have the best music.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Now, there's going to be some other stuff that comes in, and that's where I want to start. I want to start with the WCW theme song. WCW had some interesting stuff going on. They were notorious for recycling music. Here's a little fact that you may not know, and I wish I can remember. I just had the guy's name in my head, and now it went completely out. Bill Goldberg, that iconic theme, was not his. I love it. Was not his. It was somebody else.
What?
Yes. Somebody else used it before him. Get out of here. In fact, 2 wrestlers used it before Bill Goldberg in WCW. One just 2 weeks before Bill debuted. This is 100% true. And I can't remember the guy's name. Oh, I just looked it up.
Dave, that's crazy. I never knew that. Damn.
Because I was watching, I found this out a while back when I was going through the network, and I was watching. I like to start right at the beginning sometimes and just go watch all the nitros. And Pat Wynn, I think was his name. I think he was a big burly Asian man. He was a really good guy. He was a decent wrestler too. He wasn't bad, but he or Pat Tanaka. I can't fucking remember. But anyway, I saw him coming out, and I was like, I'm like, wait a second, that's not right. What? And it was Sir the Fuck was. Absolutely incredible. But that theme itself, that's the one that I wanted to start with, because as a kid, Bill Goldberg was my man. Maybe the greatest 18-month run in the history of wrestling. I've soured on it the older I've gotten, but that music still, especially when you heard WWE's terrible attempt at making something similar, just not good. That's my first one, man.
Yeah.
It's something about
Dave, I totally agree. Dude, that's probably in my top 10 for sure. Like that Goldberg thing. I mean, I remember as a kid, I used to try to rap over that.
Did you really?
Loved it. You can't help but feel like a monster.
You should do it.
And you just knew Goldberg.
You should rap over it now, dude. You should make that would be fucking amazing, and just release it on Twitter or release it on Patreon or something, dude. That'd be amazing. Make that like a Patreon perk. That would be fucking amazing. Only give it to people that fucking pay up for it, man. Ain't nothing wrong. You might get sued. Now I think about it, you might get sued. Never mind. You might get sued. Hit me with one, man. What are some of the songs that got you going when you were?
Let's check this out. I gotta start with probably this song is always been in my playlist for about 3 years and for a long time, maybe 4 or 5 years. It's probably for sure my favorite since 2000, but probably my favorite. I feel like it's the Chicago anthem, and that's the Cult of Personality.
Oh yeah, actual song, real song. Yeah,
that's an actual song. And I love that song. I was listening before they even made that CM Punk's music. That was my shit. But then it made it even better when CM Punk got that, especially at the time of what like his personality was. It was perfect fit.
It was,
especially for what he was doing at that time.
Oh, yeah.
So it made me love that song even more. And I mean, that is just a rocking ass song. And then the message that you're listening, the message they're giving you at the same time. Probably my favorite song, dude. I fucking love that song.
For people who don't know, Living Colour is a fucking awesome band. They're basically they're a one-hit wonder basically, but if you get into them, their music is incredible. They're still together to this day. Incredible musicians, really, really something special. And they had that one big hit, huge hit.
And that was I don't know, maybe they couldn't. I mean, the guys people understand. It's hard to come up with hit after hit, and that's a really good hit. And it's some people can do it, but it's hard to measure up. That was a really good song, man.
I know they had one other song, but I can't remember it. I know they had another song. I cannot remember what it was to save my life. But WWE paid up for that. And in fact, they worked it into a storyline. I don't know if you remember this. They worked it into a storyline with Triple H and CM Punk arguing. And he was like, "Do you think this all just happens?"
Yeah, I do remember. He's like, I'm the one that got you this music.
Right, yeah. It was an awesome promo because Triple H is my guy. I love Triple H so much. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling we'll be talking about Triple H here really fucking soon as well. But they did. That was not bullshit. They paid up for that song because that's a needle drop.
I don't blame him.
No.
I don't blame him. That's a perfect song. Like I said, for what he was doing at that time, it was perfect. I think that song is full of attitude, and it's got everything to it. I mean, I rock out to that song all the time.
All the time. You can't help it. And what's cool about it is, and not to go too in deep into it, but I like songs that have really, really, really long, like first, second, and third parts, and then they'll fucking throw a badass solo towards the end of the song, and that's what they do. It's like it's a long time before that solo hits, and that thing is thrashingly good.
Yeah, and he killed it too. Oh man,
they're good musicians, man.
They're really good. So yeah, that's the first song I had to get that out there. And if you haven't checked that out, you guys Cult of Personality. I'm pretty sure you've heard it, but it's so sick.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You guys got to check it.
Like Doodles just said, CM Punk had another song by Killswitch Engage that was really great. The first one.
That was his first song, right? That wasn't bad either.
No, it was really good.
That wasn't bad either.
Really, really good. I'm gonna go to one.
Dave?
I'm gonna go to one of my big ones, man. I'm gonna go to one of my big ones early, because this song I've listened to 7 times today, and I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, it's it's Christian's theme. My favorite Christian's theme.
I love that. Oh, good one, Dave.
Not the one that he ended up using recently, the one that was remade by Guys. I don't like that as much. I'm talking.
I like that one too, but I know the first one's even better.
The female one, by I think Drowning Blondes, I believe, or You Can't Drown Blondes. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. Close Your Eyes.
That is a good one.
It's so good, and they use it good in just the theme. But if you go and listen to the entire song, it's so chill and so. I mean, you could fuck to this song, dude. I mean, like seriously, I could get down to this song. I'm telling you, I want to lay pipe to this song so bad, man. I can't even tell you. It's so good. It's a little emo, but it's absolutely amazing. It's such a good song. See if you just close. And they sing it so perfectly. Yeah,
I like the male version too, though, Dave. I got to be honest. I think that's a good one too.
I like it, but I don't love it as much because I don't like the go if you close your eyes. No, I want this woman to make love to me while singing this song. Just riding me like a fucking stallion. Sing it to me, yes. The guy doing it just kind of gives me confusion. I don't want to deal with it. Just kind of throws things into fucking. No, not good.
Yeah,
not good.
So I totally agree with Dave. That's a great song, though.
And I kind of want to parlay this into a couple more as well, because when you really look into Christian, and not only Christian but the people that he was associated with, this is a group that just had some of the greatest theme songs in history. Christian had a couple other ones. Christian, I lost you on your own. What if I leave you on your... That was a really cool song. He had the song he had in TNA was really good too. It was, I can't remember off the top of my head, but that was a decent song as well. And of course, we got to go back a little bit to The Brood, which he was a part of with Gangrel.
Yeah.
And it has Brood. That was kind of one of the first that got the attitude going.
Yeah.
The lights, the theme, everything, coming up with the fire ring and all of this shit. Ready. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it had that. It felt like I used to love it. It felt like, wow, it's like gothic shit, bro. It was so dark, and I just loved it. It was awesome.
Waterproof Blonde was the name of the band that did Close Your Eyes. Thank you, Patrick Glenn. Google serves you well, sir. Google serves you well.
Nice. Man, you guys are on fire today.
They're on Google. Don't give them too much credit. They're just Googling shit. Man, they're no heroes. Google's heroes. They ain't in there an encyclopedia and shit like we had to when we were kids. Fuck that. No, Google, motherfuckers. No, you ain't get no credit from me. Real Talk will give you credit. I ain't give you credit. But and of course, the third one, man, Edge, Metalingus, which you can make an argument that is really, truly the greatest of all. It's up there. If Metalingus isn't in your top 3, I don't know what you're listening to. Just from the beginning. On this day. It's so awesome.
I see clear.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's another great one.
It's a great song. I think Metalingus might be the greatest theme song ever. I think eventually Glorious will overtake everything because it is just simply glorious. But for now, it's hard not to say that Metalingus. But then when we start talking about others, I might have to say this same fucking phrase about 17 times because I got a feeling you're about to drop something.
I got to be honest. I was just thinking about the same. It's like, well, that's
right. I can't get on board with you because I'm about to drop some shit. So go ahead, hit me, daddy.
So since we were talking about groups of guys who had just had a really dope music, and it might surprise you. We were just talking about Triple H, right?
Mm-hmm.
and we know all the great music he's around. I can name 5 different songs that are fucking
Oh
sick.
God, yeah.
But I think my favorite one is the Evolution song
Yeah. Motorhead, man.
that he came out. First of all, I was a huge fan of Evolution. They were cool. They had the suits. They had a bunch of girls around them. If you ever saw the video, it wasn't even them wrestling. The clip, the highlight was just them kissing on girls and shit.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, yeah, that's some pimp ass
Sitting in
shit,
clubs
bro.
and shit. Yeah, no, that was awesome.
They just got off a helicopter, and there's just a bunch of girls like that. I used to think that was so pimp, bro. I was like, oh, I love that shit. And yeah, Ric Flair is cool, all that. Like, it was great. And that theme song drops. Evolution is a mystery. Oh man, his voice, the guitar and the song. It was just, that's one of my favorite songs. That's in my playlist too. That is an awesome song.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, if you're going to bring up the first one, you got to bring up the other two that Motorhead did. I mean, King of Kings is amazing.
Oh,
King of Kings
is my second favorite. Yeah, King of Kings.
Absolutely amazing. That song is so good. And it was released in parts. I don't know if people remember this. When it first,
really?
Yeah, the first time they used it, it wasn't completed. It was not completed. It just kept getting looped. Like the one verse just kept getting looped. It was like, but the song ended up getting completed. Now it's in its entirety. And it's just a badass song. It's so
badass.
Good.
Honestly, Dave, I like that one better than the regular Triple H song, which is also dope. Which is crazy to say because that shit is so dope. Triple H's theme song is fucking amazing. And I actually like the King of Kings a little bit better.
I think when you talk about like the pantheon of songs, 3 that tend to get lumped in there as the greatest of all time. You got Metalingus, you got Break the Walls, Walls of Jericho, and the game. The game,
yeah,
because the game is a song. I mean, that is like that.
That's
that could. It's a fucking awesome. Motorhead is, by the way. If you're not listening to Motorhead in some way, shape, or form, fashion, there's something wrong because Motorhead's incredible.
They're super dope, man. Seriously,
it really incredible.
I mean, we just gave you 3 songs that are and I'm talking about these aren't just normal songs, dude. Like the game, King of Kings, and Evolution song. The Evolution song those are amazing songs, Dave.
They are, and they're fully produced songs. These are not just little jingles or themes. These are fully produced. Absolutely could be like chart topper songs, but they got used by WWE and now they have that little bit of a stigma, but they're still amazing songs and they work because especially the game, it has this mood to it. When that chord hits, and by the way, maybe the greatest rock and roll fucking quote of all time was uttered by Lemmy. When someone criticized Motorhead for their lack of chord usage, he goes, yeah, it's true. We only know 5 chords. But we know them well. And that is fucking true. It's so true.
That's dope.
But when that chord hits and it felt like it was written specifically for all of the beats of Triple H coming out. It was like it really was, man. It's like everything
they all fit in, though.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it's so good. All the delays in the songs allows him to turn his head. Amazing. And as Doodles just said, Triple H always had great music. When he used
it was the My Time.
And My Time was
that's a good one too.
Ooh, My Time's a bad jam too, man. And it actually has some lyrics from the game in it. At one point in My Time says,
really?
Yeah, it's all about the game and how you play it. And then I think there's something else that they say that doesn't end up getting used in the Motorhead version. But so there was actually a little bit of a precursor to that from that song. Really, really good stuff. And Triple H always had just top-notch shit. Top-notch shit, always. So that was pretty damn
good. I just, like I said, Evolution is probably my favorite out of them. I love the message. I love what Motorhead was saying in there. It's fucking amazing, dude.
I can't blame you.
Trying to find out who I am. I mean, it's dope.
I can't blame you. I can't even blame you just a little bit. I mean, it's a great song. It's hard. I think because of the longevity of the game, it's a song that's been used for fucking like 17 years. I mean, it's been around since like 2000. It's been around forever. Yeah. And it's crazy. It doesn't stop. I'm going to throw one at you because I'm going to beat you to it. I'm gonna upset you. I'm gonna upset you a little bit. I'm gonna beat you to it because I look at your title on your shoulder right now, and it reminds me of somebody else's title. That's right. Rapido! That's your time is up. My time is now.
Oh,
now. John Cena's
no,
beat. Yes.
motherfucker.
Yes. Fuck everybody who hates on my time is now, because that
God, you took it from me.
it's a jam, dude. It's
Dude.
good, and he does it himself.
Which is sick.
Yep.
Dave, I got to be honest. That's the reason why I even like John Cena in the first place. And since we're going to talk about that one, we might as well talk about the first one, Word Life. That made me a fan of him.
Word Life.
That I like. Those both are in my playlist. That I think that kind of before John Cena, bro. You like when like you had somebody doing hip hop songs, you didn't really hear that first, but if you did, it was like D-Lo Brown and shit. You messing with the real deal now, like woo, like some stupid shit, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Just that regular hip hop kind of. But then when John Cena came in with Word Life and he was really rapping on it and like kind of lyrical with it, like he's not the worst rapper. It was actually really dope. And I was like, man, who's this white dude? Like he's cold. I remember thinking I was a kid, like, damn, he rapped. I loved it.
Here's a dirty secret about John Cena. He's actually fucking talented. The guy, he can rap, man. I like that. Might not make me popular, but it's fucking true. He can flow, man. He's not bad.
I get it. People like to hate on John Cena, and he is, he can be all quirky and all that shit sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Kind of like, oh, here's Captain America, because I'm kind of like that. But one thing you can't say is that, man, his theme song, when that shit, it's the coldest rap, I think, coldest hip hop theme song ever in the WWE.
I agree. Wash your mouth out like Colgate. I mean, like, it's just
lay your ass down for the 3 second. Ooh, I was like, yeah, you went in.
And it's got that everything you want out of a theme. Like we just talked about the mood setting with the game and all of that, but this has got that slow build, dun, dun, and then the fucking boos just start coming.
Dun, dun, dun. I love that. Dave, I'm so pissed you took that from me.
I had to, man. I had to go there. I had to go hard because I don't know, man. It's just I don't think it gets enough love. It just does not. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's so good.
Like it seriously changed the game and wrestling. It's you still don't hear anything like that. Like, and then the fact, like you said, Dave, he did it himself. Like he really, rapped that himself.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. And when Word Life came out, bro. This is crazy thug, and I was like shocked. I remember being shocked, like, what is this? Like, that's real hip hop. Yeah. I used to love John Cena, bro. I was like, I don't care how you can't rap on the mic. He's dope.
There's a few hip hop songs. Like, I mean, you got R-Truth who raps, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of what R-Truth does.
I don't call that rap.
Nah, it's kind of weird. But there is another one that comes to my head real quick that was kind of high profile. MVP. Hit the clock running. I'm coming. That's cold as shit.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I'm coming. That was an actually cold song. Give me another one, man. Give me something.
Oh, thanks for after you took the one I really wanted to show love to.
I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what's another good one, Dave? I was just listening to this the other day. I forgot the band that does it, but Drew McIntyre when he was in WWE.
Ooh,
I think it's called Broken Dreams or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man. Out of time. That song is, dude, I like that song a lot. I really do. I think it's one of the best ones. Like, you can listen to that song. I mean, no offense, fuck Drew McIntyre. I can listen to that song all day, you know?
Drew's got I don't really like what he's using now in NXT. It's okay. I just like Drew so much that I don't care. Because he finally looks like a man. You know, it's about time he finally looks. Oh, by the way, Jay Wilson just said fuck us both because Mark Henry's got a 3-6 Mafia song. Have we forgotten that completely? Like,
oh shit, he does.
It's Mark Henry though. Can you blame us? It's
no,
Mark
exactly.
Henry.
I don't care. I still think John Cena's was hard, especially that Word Life, bro.
Word Life. No, I agree. Better there, but it's a good. I mean, they busted out 3-6 Mafia with it, so it's.
Everybody's on it today, huh?
Google's a motherfucker, isn't it?
Yeah, like, man,
don't be too impressed. Google's a motherfucker. You can go forever. I like going to old school stuff. I like going deep. And I'm gonna go to a couple. I'm gonna go to a couple from old back in the day. Everybody talks about Sting's 1990s theme with the Crow, which is amazing.
The Crow is my God.
So the Crow theme is so good. It's really, really great.
That's dope.
But Man Called Sting is fucking great. It's so bad, it's good. Ding, ding.
Oh, that's the one when he was wearing the colorful stuff, right?
Yeah, when he was Surfer Sting. Man Called Sting. Man Called Sting. It's bad, man. It's a good. That always got me hyped because that was such a big Sting mark. But it's one of those songs that's so bad it's good. Kind of like American Males. American Males. American Males. American Males.
No, you're right. That Sting song is. I was like, I kind of took like I always thought it was kind of cheesy.
It was.
You know what I mean? Like it was like okay, it's fun, but it was cheesy. But when he came out with the Crow, I was like, oh my god.
Well, Sting, aside from Hulk Hogan, I don't think that there's a more dramatic shift in persona in history of wrestling than Sting.
Yeah.
I mean, Hogan is obviously number one in dramatic shift, but Sting is right there because Sting didn't. What was interesting about Sting was the layer of depth to the change because he was All-American, Captain WCW. He was red. He was it, you know, and he was Mr. America. It was everything. He was that guy. And then he goes to this, you don't know what he is. You don't know what he stands for. This is what the broken gimmick took its inspiration from because Sting was broken. Sting was broken. He was sad. He was betrayed. It was such a good story. Maybe the greatest wrestling storyline in history. You know what?
The more I think, Dave, you just kind of sold me on that. That might be the greatest story. And then to see what he became.
Yes.
After that's you just sold me on that, Dave.
Even more incredible. I'm going to sell it even farther because if you remember during that 2-year run that he had at 97, 98, he wrestled like 6 times. And he won Wrestler of the Year in 98 and he wrestled twice. You know, it's like, really? Yeah, he wrestled like 3 times in 98, won Wrestler of the Year.
No.
The story was so good. It was captivating. And what people didn't know at the time, Sting was fucked up. He was like going through drug issues and all kinds. Yes.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's really, if you go into it really deep, and there's some really good documentaries that are out there about it, including the one that WWE did, they talk about so much stuff, and it really is, it's such a good story. The whole damn thing, and the music is what set the tone of it. So
definitely,
it sold it. And then the little girl like speaking over it and stuff. Yeah, okay, it was a ripoff of The Crow. I don't give a fuck. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah. And don't get me wrong, I mean, if that's the case, my fucking video One Verse is a ripoff from The Crow. I mean, you find your inspiration from everywhere. You know what I mean? And as you know, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video, Dave, but obviously that Sting, like that really meant something to me. Sting, that when he came out and he turned like that,
like special, man.
It was really special, man. That last, I mean, that's you just sold me on that day.
I think it's in the argument. As far as just overall storyline, it's just, if this was a show about talking about storylines, I'd go even further, but it's not. It's about theme songs. So hit me with another one there, Big Daddy.
Yo, listen. Oh, listen. Hold on, Dave. Yes, now that you just brought up, you were talking about songs kind of back in that time. Speaking of fucking Hogan, I really did. I got to be honest. The NWO. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, he switched that. I thought that was amazing too. I love that music.
It was.
Love.
It wasn't as good as what they went. We talked about WWE paying for a Cult of Personality. WCW wrote the biggest check in music history when they got Hogan Voodoo Child. They got Hulk Hogan Voodoo Child, man. Yeah, you don't remember that? They got Hulk Hogan Voodoo Child. It's the biggest check anyone's ever cut for music to this day. They paid the estate of Hendrix like fucking or the record company that owns it more than likely a ridiculous amount of money for Voodoo Child. Because for a while he was just using and then
I just thought it was great though. How simple it was, but it still sounded cool.
I'll never forget it because I'm pretty sure it debuted in Vegas, and it was they started out because the whole NWO came out. It was after one of their big screw jobs, and it might even been with Rodman if I remember correct. I'm trying to remember it. It was so amazing.
Rodman and Malone.
It was so amazing, and fucking the whole NWO comes out into the. And then music stopped. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god! And Hogan just comes out playing it on the fucking guitar, playing it on his
that was
his
sick.
belt.
Bro,
So
God,
good.
that's iconic, man. When he did that,
It really was, and it took it
that's
to a
an iconic
whole
song,
nother level. And Hogan always had great themes. Look, American Made is not as good as I'm a Real American. I'm a Real American is fucking.
That's a great song.
Incredible.
And I got to be honest. I mean, you know how I feel about Hogan now, Dave,
Yep.
which makes me sad. But I love that fucking song, "Real American."
Yep.
I am a real. Who can't jam to that? I remember being a kid and knowing those lyrics and kind of dancing around to it.
I like that, but everybody likes to make fun of American Made. I didn't hate it because it always sounded like Paul Stanley from Kiss singing it. And he's got the red, white, and blue running through his veins. He was born and raised in the U.S. of A. I was like, yes. I liked all that, man. I was a true, actual, real Hulkamaniac. Yeah, that was my thing, man. Hulk Hogan when I was a kid, that was end all be all for me. I had Hulk Hogan fucking weight sets. I had the wrestling buddy. I had the Hulk Hogan CD. The Hulk Hogan had a CD, and I had it. It was awful.
Oh, I believe. I'm Dave. I mean, he was telling us to eat our vitamins and drink our milk.
Right, basically, yeah. Say your prayer, train hard, and all that stuff. And
yeah, I mean, I was. Everybody was a Hulkamaniac. I mean,
I cried.
I'm not anymore, Dave.
No, it's all right. I don't blame you. I can understand. Just stay away from his daughter. You're fine. Don't go over by his daughter. You're the acceptable kind. You're fine, Jay. It's all right, man. But I was 13 years old when he turned, and I am not ashamed to admit that I bawled my fucking eyes out. I bawled my fucking eyes out when he turned in '96. It fucked.
Oh wow,
me.
you were a Hulkamaniac.
I was. I couldn't believe it. I was like. I couldn't, but I knew something was wrong. And by the way, going back to that, Bobby Heenan gave it away. If you go back to Bash at the Beach and you hear when Hogan comes out and he got his mustache is gone and stuff, so he already had that like hint to it. But Heenan goes, "But which side is he on?" I'm like, "Oh, you bastard, Bobby!" And then I love how Bobby sold it because he's like, "I told you that we could never trust him. I've been telling everybody for years that he was a piece of trash." I'm like, yeah, you're the man,
Heenan was great, though.
Yeah, he really was.
Let me not I'm getting off subject.
It's so easy.
Heenan was really good at what he did.
This is what we talk about in the playlist all the time about how songs transcend us and take us back to times.
Yeah, they do.
Times and all of this.
They really do,
it's
man.
pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's why I love music, man. Straight up.
If you can believe it, we've already been talking for 45 minutes. Just
get the fuck out of here, Dave. Are you serious?
Just spitting on fucking wrestling things.
Oh my god, this could be a 5-hour show.
Now, give me one more, and then we're gonna go to some calls. I want to take some calls. I want people involved.
So if I got to give you guys one more, I got to give you the one I think. I mean, I'm most like. This was it for me, and I still walk around with this attitude every day. I try to. It's my probably. It's. I listen to this. I mean, it's my favorite one. Seriously, probably my favorite, and that's DX's.
Really?
DX's theme song. I fucking love that song. We just got tired of doing what you want us to do. That's me, Dave. I gotta be honest.
I don't blame you. You are a rebel, man.
I mean, I remember, like I said, I mean that when that song first came out, and I was a kid. This is his attitude era. So I was like 13, just ready. You know what I mean? Like 98, 99. So I was like 12, 13, and like. I just remember hearing that song. You know, as a kid, your parents always telling you what to do. Your teachers always telling you what to do. Everybody's telling you what the fuck to do, you know? And then you heard that shit and you was like, yeah, it's time to rebel, bro. I was all about DX, bro. Like, fuck your authority, you know what I mean? And that song just did it for me, you know what I mean?
It was perfect. Boom, boom.
It was a perfect fuck your authority song.
It really was.
I listen to it every day. And that's probably why I got into a lot of trouble, guys.
Oh, I'm sure But
the more I think about it, I realize
it's funny too, and there's nobody. And surprisingly, there's you sons of bitches. There's no one waiting to call, so we're just gonna keep going and talk about some more, which is fine. You guys want to call in? That's completely fine. But there's a lot of stuff because we skipped over some of the most iconic things because we just been talking about all these songs that really matter to us. But Kurt Angle has an amazing song.
Oh,
it's another recycled song, believe it or not. And it's
no, that is Dave. You know what? Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I know what you're talking about.
Go ahead.
I was going over to what you just said, what you were doing earlier. I was going over to WWE Network, and I heard that. I was shocked. The Patriot came out.
Yes.
And I said, "What the fuck is that?" And it sounded like Kurt Angle's song. So I turned it up. I was like, "That's Kurt Angle's song." What the hell? It was crazy, dude.
It was. But that's one of the songs that like fans took for their own, adding words to a wordless song, and it's become iconic. You suck. You suck. And then John Cena, which laid the groundwork for John Cena sucks. So you got all these things that just kind of work in with each other. But there are so many. I mean, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Of course.
The breaking glass, maybe the most iconic sound in the history of wrestling.
It is. I definitely think it is, Dave. Definitely.
When you hear
you
it,
knew somebody was going to get their ass kicked.
Yes. And JR said it perfectly. Every time you heard it, business is about to pick up. And it always fucking did.
It always did.
Always did, man. It was just, you want to talk about rebellion. You know, I mean, like, that's what Stone Cold represented. It was just that anti-authority, beating the crap out of your boss, giving the middle finger to everybody. It just, I don't know.
I got to tell you guys, being a 14-year-old and listening to that right before school, you're bound to get in trouble, man. It's just going to happen. Because I used to listen to that in DX, and I just felt like nobody could stop me. Fuck my teachers, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. And I always ended up in trouble from it.
I can imagine.
But that is so I fucking love it. And then, like I said, that's an iconic sound. When you hear that glass break, you automatically get that attitude, you know?
There's something about it. It just works. There's others that, lyricless stuff like The Nature Boy, that's a real song way fucking back with a name that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. It's just, you have all of these, it transcends. It goes through, and it gets better with age.
Pop in Circumstance.
Yeah. Savage. Absolutely. And then when they tried to remix it in WCW with the big guitar riff, and they started fucking ripping and shit. It was great.
That was okay. I don't know. The original one was the shit, though.
I agree. It still worked. Let's talk about a couple of guys in particular that always had really great songs, because we've talked about it a little bit. But how about The Undertaker? The Undertaker from the beginning, from the old, almost 8-bit sounding organ grinding, just dun, 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 and then the way it would fucking evolve. It evolved.
And it evolved so much.
Just like The Undertaker.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, Dave. Do you remember his music when he was in the Ministry in Attitude Era? It was kind of fast.
Yes.
That was
It had amazing guitar riffs in it.
Yeah, it was like a faster pace, but it was I loved it.
It was really so good. It really was. And then evolving further in with The Undertaker, he had two heavyweights back to back. One not fucking long. American Badass he had for a little while. I am American Badass. They went with.
He did, Kid Rock. And then he had fucking the other one too, Rolling.
Yep, they went to Limp Bizkit there with.
Rolling.
It worked, and that people still are sullied on that whole gimmick, whether you like American Badass or you don't. The songs were fun. I liked Rollin'. I thought it worked.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, I like American Badass though. I thought it was a pretty good. I mean, it's The Undertaker is always going to be The Undertaker. I love The Undertaker. For him to be able to leave that gimmick and go to something totally different, and it still worked.
Yeah, and remember he had another one too. Remember he had Dead Man Walking. You done it now. Yeah. You gone and made a big mistake. It was fucking awesome, man. It was one of those really cool ones.
Well, Dave, you can't talk Undertaker if you're not going to talk Kane, because his theme song was dope too.
It was, especially when they remixed it and they gave my Chemical, man. That thing, or Slow Chem, whatever it's called.
That's a good one.
That's what personally. That's one of my favorite songs to listen to. I listen to that a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good. It's really, really great. I want to also, because of the way that song makes you feel, and because it's one of the heavier ones that are on there. It's just got that really cool vibe. There's a song right now that reminds me very much of that, and it's a little bit heavier. It's black metal. Fucking Aleister Black. Aleister Black.
I haven't heard that.
Oh my God, are you serious? You want? I almost want to fucking just demonetize us and play the goddamn song because it's so good. But you can't. You can't hear it. It's so good, man.
You could just send it to me on.
I could. That would be easier. That would be simple to do. Slow Chemical. Thank you, Huffman. I get it wrong every time we talk about by Finger 11. Every time that we talk about, because Huffman and I actually did.
Whoa, Huffman's in the chat. Oh yeah, tell Huffman to call in. I want to hear his favorites.
Nobody ever wants to call in. What the hell, guys? Unbelievable.
Man, well, come on, guys. I want to hear some of you guys' favorites.
Well, Frenchie
Especially
Ben's
you,
here.
Huff.
Frenchie Ben's here. You want to jump into Discord and we'll take Frenchie Ben's call?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Jump into Discord. I'll talk to you in a sec.
All right, I'll see you guys in a minute.
Cool. All right, let's go in there. If you guys want to get into the Discord, now is the time. Call in on Skype, David Vankira, DAVID. No, that's all Skype. Don't do that. Discord. Go into my waiting to call. Suckles. Go into my Discord. I pity the fool. Let me give you guys the link in case you don't have it. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this out. Let everybody know that we're watching this, all right? It's good stuff. There you go. There's the Discord link. And we will jump on over and take Frenchie Ben. And we'll probably get out of here shortly after this. Let's bring Real Talk back up. Real Talk's joining us now. We'll take a couple calls and then we'll call it a night. This isn't the hardest show in the world to do because I think we all know how important wrestling themes can be. I know that Frenchie Ben's got some stuff. Real, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me there?
Yeah, I can. Let's do it. Let's bring in Frenchie Ben. Frenchie Ben! The man from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He smokes the cigarettes, he drinks the wine, and he makes love to the beautiful women. What is up, Ben? How you doing, partner?
I'm doing good. You guys?
I'm doing good, Frenchie.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, we can. Better now that you're here. Oh, by the way, I'm opening up the drinks as well. I wanted the rest of the show, if you guys want to see some hardcore chugging action or maybe even a little shot of some green German liquid, feel free. Every $10 we'll do something silly from here on out.
Medicinal sodas.
The medicinal sodas and some medicinal water. Yes, sir. And we'll get a little silly. Ben, what do you got for us, man? I know you were amped up about this last week.
Yeah, that's right. Because I sent you a couple of links with wrestling team music, like the Freebirds and
nice.
Street.
Nice.
The USA, which it might not be one of the first team, but the Freebirds were one of the first to use music, maybe the first.
Yeah.
So as an entrance. And it was, when I was a kid, it was so fun to see them coming out. It's another era. There were at the time. So Michael PSA's coming in the front, playing with the crowd, even though he was a really bad wrestler. But the whole shtick of those three guys was great. So, and music was a big part of it.
I agree. It showed what you could do when you're setting tone. It was always fun.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a second team. It's a more vanilla one, but it goes with the guy and with the era again. I know that you liked.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What'd you say, Ben?
I spoke. Yeah, I know. I spoke about Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh God, yeah,
I
one
know
of my
you're
favorites.
A fan of him.
Big fan.
Yeah, it's not the best team ever, but it was like him. You hadn't have to say much, and he said it all with his nonverbal. So the music was kind of the same. You didn't need much to go with that guy and the psychology.
Yeah, I agree. I agree fully. It's just that there was something about it. Jake was understated. Everything about him was understated. So why not his music? It worked. I agree with you.
And the last one I have for you is the legendary team, the Road Warriors.
Oh,
so when we heard, what a rush! Then the guitar was awesome in the 80s. Every time that music hit, or at least when he was saying what he said at first, but it it was a treat. It was really something else. Today, it's mainstream. We see it all the time. It's part of every wrestler. But at that time, it was special.
There was real attitude towards them. You know, that was like with them,
sure.
they exuded it. Shout out to my man from Chicago. You know, I mean, just like
Exactly.
they lived it, man. And there was just something. Oh, God, I miss that. I really, still to this day, I miss Hawk. To this day, I miss Hawk. He was a drunk, but he was my drunk.
Yeah, it was.
You got anything else, Mr. Ben?
In teams, you spoke about the Brood, so of course it's one of them.
Yep.
And I'm gonna leave with because I'm not a HBK guy. I'm gonna go with the Hitman. So every time that note hits,
no.
Nice. Nah, I did like his music though.
Pink and Black Attack, unbelievable.
yeah, and I'm happy that Natalia is going with it also.
It works. I like her little variation of it. I like it a lot. Same thing with Charlotte with her variation of Nature Boys. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good. Good call,
And
Ben.
one
Go ahead. I didn't know you had
And
another
one
one. Go
that
ahead.
could be used as a team is War Games from Real Talk.
I agree with that. And also Flame by Santa Claus, man. I would use that for Dave Danger's fucking theme song. It would be amazing.
Nice.
Nice.
Danger.
Dave Danger, baby.
Yes. And what was your finishing move again?
The Danger Zone. Take it.
Danger Zone.
Frenchie Ben, if you think that this is a game, if you think that everything that we do in the confines of the square circle is just a game, you have never been locked in the danger zone. Now, let me tell you, when I grip your neck so tight and I take you behind my back and I drop you in the center of this ring, you will know what the danger zone is all about. You will know what Dave Danger is about, and you will never, ever be quite the same as you were before. Bang! Sorry, I
We coming for you, nigga.
What a rush.
We want the gold, sucker! Hulk Hogan! Oh, my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Did you ever see the breakdown of that video, Jay?
No, I just saw the video.
There's a brilliant breakdown of this. It's so funny. There's a guy who, like, he pauses it, like, frame by frame and, like, labels every little thing that's happening. Like Stevie Ray, he doesn't even blink the entire time. And, like, it's the look, they categorize each look like, what the fuck did I just do? It's so funny. It's really good. It's so good. It's fantastic.
Oh, you got to send me that one too, Dave.
I'll find it. It's so good. Ben, you got anything else for us?
No, that's enough for me today.
It's because you got slapped in the danger zone. Now you do would not know what to do with yourself. It's okay. It's okay.
That's right.
All right, Ben, take it
Hey,
easy,
it's
buddy.
good to hear from you, Frenchie.
Okay. Ciao, Real
Great
Talk.
to hear from you, buddy.
Okay.
Good stuff. Frenchie Ben, everybody.
Yeah. Dave, we got to bring. I haven't seen this guy in a long time, Patty Gwynn.
Oh, yeah, he's coming up right now. Let's bring him in. Patty frickin' Glenn. Live with that on Dave. What you got? And Real Talk.
Can you guys hear me?
We can. Oh,
Yeah.
we can.
Long
Oh,
time, man.
How you guys doing?
we're pretty good. Oh, oh.
I know it's been a few months. Get the Mickey Mouse jokes out.
What are you talking about, partner? Oh. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you're talking about wrestling things? How about the Ultimate Warrior?
You know what?
Oh, nice.
Adrenaline. There might not be anything better, you know, as far as adrenaline going, getting the blood pumping. That's fantastic. I agree.
Yeah, it gets me pumped up all the time.
And you were
That's it.
talking about Stone Cold. One of my favorite version of his theme was the one that Disturbed did.
No.
No!
How can you say that? No, it's awful. They ruined it. They ruined that song. No. I do like the
wasn't a fan
beginning.
of that one either.
I like the beginning of it though. It starts out good, and then like it just goes into fucking unmitigated disaster.
Yes, I'm kidding.
No, you were not. That's a lie. That's all right. No, it's okay. You can like what you like. We'll just make fun of you a little bit. It's okay. Oh,
It's funny because you were talking about like Undertaker having the American Badass. If you go back and watch the network now, they totally put Dead Man Walking over top of that theme.
yeah, I know. Is it legal? Yeah. Because then they end up getting sued.
I don't know if they wound up getting sued or not.
They ended up getting like a fucking cease and desist or something, man. It was all messed up.
Yeah, they took that one off and left Rolling On.
I didn't know. Wow, that's crazy.
It's
And also, WCW was also notorious from ripping off like regular normal songs. Rick Steiner had basically something that sounded like "Welcome to the Jungle."
Well, I mean, are we forgetting DDP here? I mean, like that was Smells Like Teen Spirit. I mean,
Yeah.
It was awesome, though. It was awesome. It was
Also,
five.
people also don't realize that Goldberg also used the Megadeth song "Crush 'Em" for like a couple weeks.
Did he really?
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Wow. Nice, Patty. Nice.
Good
I didn't know
pull.
that shit. Yeah.
The things that you learn in the Magic Kingdom. Holy shit.
We're also I got one more for you. How about $1 Million Man?
Money,
Oh,
money,
yeah.
money,
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 money. Yeah,
Everybody's
it's
got
got a
a
price.
price.
Yeah. If you guys have not seen The $1 Million Man, fuck with this poor little black boy. It's one of the funniest
That is
things.
so funny.
It's one of the funniest things you will ever see. Ever. He was gonna give this kid like hundreds of dollars to bounce a basketball 10 times, and he got to like 9, and then Ted just kicks the fucking ball and calls him a loser.
Dave, that made I was so mad. It made me hate him.
That's why I'm surprised they haven't put up episodes of like Superstars or Wrestling Challenge, because that was on an episode of Superstars.
Yes, it was. They would never get away with that stuff now. Can't do it.
Oh, never.
Do you see what they're doing to minorities in WWE? No, what?
I kind of missed that though. Yeah, that was actually a great segment. That's what we remember. You know,
it's a great. And he used to fuck with so many people like that. It was so good. Oh,
well, didn't he used to put the money in the mouth of like the jobbers at the end of the match?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, is awesome.
Here's Virgil.
Yeah, I know, poor Virgil. What for a while didn't he call him my manservant?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
it's so fucked up. I love it. But while you're here, Patty Glenn, there's a song that I haven't brought up the entire time. I brought it up in passing, and it of course is from the Ayatollah of rock and roll up, baby. Let me ask you both this. Where does Break Down the Walls sit as far as all-time greats?
It's got to me. It's got to be
in my top 5.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be in the top 5.
It's so good. It's
such a badass song, though. And the fact that speaking of John Cena, he sings this shit himself. That's fucking sick, man.
I thought that was Jim Johnston. I didn't know that was Jericho. You sure about that?
I thought
that wasn't Jericho didn't sing Break the Wall.
I think it's a common misconception. I thought that for a while too, but it's a Jim Johnston song.
Yeah, I thought Fozzy did it. Maybe
no, that's not Fozzy. No, that's Jim Johnston.
Well, they just went down on my.
I don't think Jericho formed Fozzy until 2000.
Yeah,
and he had that theme right off the bat.
Yeah, he did. I think it's a Jim Johnston song. Someone will look it up. Someone will Google it and then act like they already knew it. Fucking posers.
Yes.
Goddamn posers.
Going back to what you guys were talking about earlier about a Living Color, that first album from them is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I agree with you 100%. Great album.
I mean, it just talks about like a lot of stuff it's just a great album. It's musically wise, it's a great album.
And nobody knew they were brothers either. Like nobody knew. Like you talk to now. Nobody knows that they're all brothers, and they're awesome.
Yep,
amazing band.
Amazing. I gotta be honest. When I first heard that song, I went and looked for the video. After the first 6 months, I was kind of shocked. I was like, "Whoa!"
And they
look like me.
What is this? Oh God! Oh, that's too good. I'm dying. Oh, the racism is killing me inside. It's amazing.
I was just being real. What the fuck is this? They like me. I called my brother. Hey, come here, guy. I told my boy, like, hey, come here. Hey, look. Is it just my eyes or are they black? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, we did it all now.
Yeah. We broke into hair metal basically, and them brothers are bald. It's amazing.
I hate that term.
I know you do, but come on, man. They all had hair except for Living
The
Color.
hair didn't play the instruments.
No,
Damn
but
it.
so what,
man.
man? I mean,
They
shit.
were more funk metal than anything.
No, that's true. They had a lot, especially the first album. You're 100% true. Patty, you got anything else for us?
No, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's nice talking to you guys.
You two, stop being a fucking stranger, dude.
Yeah.
I know. I just had a lot of personal stuff happen and all that stuff. So, I mean, I'm trying to get back into being around more.
I have a lot of personal stuff happen too, but I don't ban my friends.
kid wound up being in the hospital, Dave, for about a couple
What you
of
do
months.
is you throw a little dirt on him and he'll be fine, you know, just a little bit and he'll be okay. He would have ate the dirt,
I
he
don't
would have
think
got
it'd be
stronger.
healthy for me to throw dirt on a burst appendix.
Yeah, you know what? It would have made him stronger. It would have made him. He would have been like, "Thanks, Dad." Then he would have fucking slapped you in the face, smoked a cigarette, had sex in front of you, and then got a job. But you decided to coddle him with doctors and hospitals and surgeries. You're doing it wrong, Patty Glenn. You're doing it wrong. No, I'm just, I love Caleb to death, and I'm glad that he's doing a lot better now. And I do hope that you get around a lot more often, man. We miss you.
Yeah, I'll try to be around as much as I can.
All right, pal. You take it easy.
All right, Pat.
See you later, Jay. Bye, Dave.
See you later, man. Let's bring in Xanta Claus. I think last caller of the night, Xanta Claus. Live with Dan on Dave. Real Talk Man from Messiah. Welcome to the playlist. What do you got?
I don't know whether you brought this up yet, because I know you were talking about John Cena.
Yep.
And his rapping ability.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see when he rap battled Eminem outside?
No.
That was
Wait
really,
a
really
second.
good.
Wait a second. You're telling me John Cena rap battled Eminem?
Yeah, Eminem was in the crowd outside.
Hold on.
I don't know. I never heard.
You can find it. You can find it on YouTube.
Wow.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
this is real.
Yes.
This is fucking real. Oh my God, there's no music over it, right?
No.
I'm
It's
playing
just
it.
everyone
I'm
else.
playing it. Fuck this. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, it was set. It was set up. It was set up.
Oh, was it?
Man, Cena, your stuff is whack.
Oh my
You're just
God.
a white boy who thinks he's black. You ain't the real deal.
I gotta
you need to
check
take your
that
butt
out.
down to the shelter and get yourself a free meal. And what's the deal with this word life?
Oh my
You're just a
God.
poor white boy with no wife. Oh, Cena, don't cry and pout. Looks like Kurt Angle's gonna make you tap out.
Mate, that's not Eminem. Who is this?
Cena about to
This is
blow
too
the
fucking funny.
high. That was a
That's amazing. That is incredible.
Yeah, it was really good.
Here's there's a oh man, this is too good. I don't know who that was. That was not Eminem. It was a different guy, but still that was very funny.
It was.
It looked like Eminem, but
Yeah, it looks like him. But
that's too funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if John Cena wants to battle Eminem.
No, I don't think that would work out well
I
for
don't
him.
know. I don't think that's a good idea. I gave him enough credit. Now, that's just.
I don't think that would work well for him, but still. What else you got there, Xanta? That's just a random fan. That was not Eminem.
all right. Have you talked about CM Punk?
Yes. Oh, yes. We're Chicago
Cult
boys. Of course we
Personality.
did.
Cult of Personality.
Wait, are you not listening,
course.
Xanta? You're not listening to us?
I wasn't here at the start.
I'm hurt.
I came
hurt.
halfway
I thought-
through.
I talked about that song for 10 minutes.
He
bro.
did.
I love that song.
Like 10,
Oh,
good,
I-
solid 10 minutes. You really did.
I came 20 minutes in. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not mad at you, man. That's a good song to listen to, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. It's just something I could sit there all day and just listen to it.
Yeah.
It's a
It's so
badass
good.
jam.
I know you're going to hate me for this, Dave,
Yeah.
but when Nickelback did the theme for Raw,
You know, I want
that
to.
matched quite well.
Why?
job.
We're going out tonight, and then every night, and then the man of mine. I want to end my life. I want to fucking kill myself. Fuck.
That's why I just said you're going to hate
Burn
me for
it to the ground. We're
job,
fucking
man.
douchebags. Oh, God.
Uh,
I don't even know
What
what
about
to
the
do with
Shield?
that. You know, the Shield's got it. The burn, which is now Romans, but
yeah.
what about Batista's,
Oh,
man?
yeah.
What about Walk Alone, man? By Batista, that was by Saliva.
yeah.
That's a fucking awesome song.
That is a good
Batista's
song.
one's insane.
You know what, Dave?
Yes, all.
Fucking
the Roman Reigns' theme song, doesn't it sound a lot like Taz's theme song?
A little bit, but ding, 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 ding. Yeah, it is a little bit.
Like
actually.
a little bit like
it is.
Yeah.
Like tempo wise, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, what about Daniel Bryan?
Flight of the Valkyrie, yeah, it's pretty good. It's classic. It's been around a while.
Classic.
Yeah, classic.
Also, a bit of news about Daniel Bryan. He's supposedly coming back to the ring in 2018.
Yes, when
Really?
Brie Bella made a big fucking stink. Here's the thing. Don't know how much of this is true. More than likely, it is true. But still, this is Brie Bella talking, not Daniel Bryan. Of course, he probably can't. But yeah, she basically said he's coming back one way or another. They could be. It's so difficult for me because when you admit that you had seizures and you hid them, it's difficult. But apparently, he's doing some new type of therapy that is supposed to be help regenerative of the brain, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what quack doctor is selling him on that. But I hope the WWE tells him no, do not let him back in the ring. And if he goes somewhere else, fine. But any federation that brings in Daniel Bryan, I will fucking bury. I will not watch. I will fucking bury.
Yeah, but Dave, can you really blame Daniel Bryan, bro?
I can't blame
Whoever
Bryan.
does get him, people will be watching, Dave.
He admitted to having seizures from concussions and hiding them. I can't. That's it for me. That's the end of the conversation. He had lesions on his brain that were causing seizures. I can't. He's a father. And speaking as somebody who thinks about business all the time, I cannot possibly bring in a guy who hid seizures and lied about it. Can't and wouldn't do it. That's just me.
Yeah,
and that's definitely a risk.
It's a risk, but apparently that the new treatment is supposed to do with oxygen pressurization or something like that. It's supposed to help, and he's had 40 treatments and they've seen big improvements.
It's pseudoscience, though. It's
it is. It gets to that point where it's like, how well can we test it?
Yeah, it's a soft pseudoscience. Sarah Small, I love Triple H theme. Go Braun and Nakamura along with Corbin. Good stuff, Sarah Small. Thank you very much. I'll open up a pack of cards before we get out of here, or I'll open up at some point. Sarah Small. All right, Xantha, anything else that's actually theme song related?
That's everything.
All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks a lot.
All right, you too.
Good stuff.
Peace.
Let's.
By the way, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I have to agree with Frenchie Ben. War Games is a really good song to use. I just want to get that out there.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I think Dave Danger could rock War Games. I think it would work.
I think he should too.
I think it would work. I think it would work out. Let's bring in the cannon of guns, the guns of cannon, the one, the only gun cannon. What's up, pal?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Having a good night, man. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm surprised you missed one.
Oh my God, that's really bad. Jägermeister sucks. Go ahead. What did I miss?
You missed Vince McMahon's theme.
Oh no, I hate it.
Shit!
I hate it.
Really? I like that song.
I hate it. It's so fucking lame. I hate it. It drives me crazy.
No chance in hell.
You've got.
You didn't like
it? It's not the greatest, but I mean, it gets the point across, especially because, well, it's freaking Vince McMahon. Of course, that's going to be his theme. It's got to be egotistical as fuck.
I don't know. I like Shane's better. Here comes the money.
Yes. Shane's is fucking awesome. Bar none is the best out of all of the McMahons.
Oh shit! Hey, so I thought I would do something kind of silly and open up a pack of Pokemon cards while we're talking, and I'm about to pull a really big card, and so
Jesus Christ!
I just want to let you guys know that I'm about to yell a little bit because I can see color, and there's that, and then oh my God. Full art Plumeria, and this one's not miscut. That's a double, but still, holy shit. I can't believe I just wasted this on a fucking... Real Talk's like, why are you opening Pokemon cards, you fucking white nerd motherfucker? Couldn't help it, man. I'm getting a little tipsy. I apologize in advance. All right, I'm going back to the screen. Please continue.
good,
I apologize, everybody.
Jeez.
Go ahead. I am very sorry.
No, you're not.
Nope, not even a little. Go ahead, Gunny.
Well, it's funny because you were talking about what's on playlists. Surprisingly, there's been a couple wrestler themes that have been on my playlist last week, and it's been English wrestlers and some from Japan, like Finn Balor's theme from New Japan, Real Rock and Roller.
That's true. No, you got a good point there. Shinsuke's back there was really good too.
It's a very underground, very electronic EDM kind of song, and that's kind of been my kick the last like 2 or 3 weeks. Also, Jimmy Havoc's new one he got from AFI called "I Hope You Suffer." It's perfect for who he is. It really is.
Yep.
No, you've got to send me that. You got to send me that one, GC.
I've already put them in the Discord playlist.
There you go.
Oh, my man.
Guncannon's on it.
And I linked you in on too. So, and I did put Aleister Black's in there because that has to be as much as Glorious is one of the best themes out there right now. That song, Root of All Evil, is right up there.
It's really good. No, it is. I still give Glorious because it does more with less. Because there's nothing to that song. It's just awesome. And and Aleister's that's a song. That is like that's like top notch black metal. It's amazing.
Yeah, and, well, the thing is he had a lot more input on that than a lot of people know. He told CFO to go to that band called Incendiary for it.
Yep, this is true. I heard him talk about it. There's a really good video on it.
So, it's definitely one of the best songs out there. Like I said, if there is anybody in the chat that hasn't listened to it, go listen to it. Just some of the metal songs that are even coming out of the indies is really good. And sadly, one of the worst things coming out of the indies was the fact that Grado decided to use Madonna's Material Girl as his entrance music.
And probably didn't pay her for it either. By the way, Sarah Small with a $2 donation. Here comes the money. Best. And AJ's too, along with Knox. I agree. Good stuff, Sarah.
But that's been pretty much about it. I mean, other than my unfortunate affliction with listening to nothing but EDM music the last couple of weeks.
Well, get your EDM on, brother. I appreciate the call.
No problem. Have a good day, guys.
Take it easy, man.
Peace out.
Real. I think we've done a pretty damn good job tonight.
No, me too, man. That was a pretty good one.
I think we've hit about everything that we possibly can. Anything that we missed that you would like to hit right now, and of course, let everybody know where they can find you and all that good stuff.
No, I mean, I think we just about hit everything. Maybe if I was to add one more, guys, Chris Benoit's theme song. I know that's kind of a name we don't bring up.
I agree with you. I liked it too.
But it
was awesome.
Yeah. So just wanted to add that in. But yeah, just wanted to thank everybody once again, man, for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And you guys can always find me on Twitter at RealTalk Legacy or type in Real Talk the Truth. Or you can do it on YouTube, or you can go to my website, which is www.realtalkthetruth.com. Also, check out my homegirl, Sammy May Designs. She does all my graphic work, does all the pictures and stuff. She's really good at what she does. So,
in fact, I've used 2 of her pictures this week on my Pokemon channel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Right. So, yeah, you guys check her out. It's at Twitter, Sammy Designs on Twitter. Check her out. She's dope.
She is awesome. A really, really top quality human being as well. Really, really good person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. All right, Real, check it out, man. As promised, we're going to end the show with a little warp drive. That's right.
Oh, wow.
Tommy C's band. You guys sit back, relax, and enjoy it. We will see you next time, next week, right here on the playlist. Well, not a theme. I think we're just going to have some fun with it next week, and we'll see what happens. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take off the headphones. The night is over. Peace.
With your shit, but you're still nowhere to stick. You got a heavy weight, and I'm learning how to lift it. Life ain't nothing but a high school dance. Shot down once, I'll get one more chance. I get sick to my stomach when I think about your line. Telling top stories and how hard you tried. I burn it up inside, you think I'd up and die. There isn't a thing you say you do to make up for your lies. Time I got nothing to show for. I used to think about the time you used to say no more. Lying and cheating and people in the business. And what do you know? I turn around, you call me up for business. Never knew someone could be making all your life decisions. Yet you're not the only one that making all of my decisions. Say when you go alone without a friend. See the truth, you got to stop and listen to your friends. For the words don't even look at me. Just think your things and leave. To be accepted by the one that covers you. But fuck the one that